Hi, I'm Jane Gates from Gates & Croft Horticultural Design, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how bulbs are made. A lot of landscapers won't landscape with bulbs for the simple reason that when they finish putting them into your landscape, you see absolutely nothing. So when they leave, you're stuck with, an empty flat piece of ground. So that's not really very exciting, and most landscapers want to leave something that looks pretty exciting. And bulbs can be. So you may want to go into your landscape after or do your own design and add bulbs. And the reason that bulbs are so good is because they give you the biggest bang for your buck. They're probably the most floriferous plants you can put in your garden. They only last for a short time, but when they're blooming, they're real wow. They'll give you lots of color. Some good ideas for designing with them is to tuck them in behind other plants that will be green at the time that they're going to be in bloom, and then those other plants look like they're blooming. Or maybe just put a whole field of them. You can even naturalize them in the lawn and hide the little bulbs under the grass, and in the springtime you'll get sprinklings of lovely colors all over your lawn. The important thing to remember is you need to let your bulbs die down when they're done. Just because their flowers are done and they're all done, don't go and cut them all off, which is what most people do, because you'll never get any more bulbs. And that's why it's important to know how bulbs are made. They're made as little storage units, and inside the bulb is virtually a baby flower and baby leaves. And so when they get watered and the weather turns just right, they're going to start to grow. The little baby comes out of the bulb, pushes up, and sends up its flower head. When it's all done, the leaves will then start dying back, and you have to leave them on because all that energy is going to go right back down into the bulb. And the bulb gets fatter and healthier, and frequently will split into 2 or 3 bulbs. And next year you'll have a whole bunch more, and before long you'll end up with a whole colony of happy bulbs. But if you cut that foliage off, there's not going to be any energy, and there'll be no bulb for next year. So you don't want to do that. And that's why it's important to know how bulbs are made. And now that you're an expert on bulbs, why don't you go buy some and put them in your garden? They're wonderful. They'll give you lots of color.